The fact that people are literally putting apes and gorillas, literal ape pictures in my post saying like, why are you making thirst traps? Who are you making that for? Those are not thirst traps. Those are literal lip syncs. Who loves to keep coming on my page. You look and smell like a fucking wet dog. Your ancestors slept together. Your mom and dad are probably literally related.
Papa Chu this week has been having a lot of crash outs. She's talking about her new GoFundMe and how she doesn't care how much money it raised, getting more items from Temu and then being partially paid by Temu. Talking about her high school days, she goes back to playing music on stream and back to wanting to sue people. She has a friend that is mad at her over her suicide attempt, telling people that they need to get help and leave her alone. So let's get into this video. Before we start this video, I just wanted to bring this up that the YouTube channel Hat, where I got most of my live stream clips from, has unfortunately stopped archiving Tophia Chu lives due to health reasons. I just wanted to thank Hat for archiving all of Tophia Chu's lives, and I hope Hat's health gets better. Now we're going to start with Tophia Chu's live on October 22nd. She does get a new hoodie, and it has Mickey Mouse on it. She goes back to the style of lives where she is singing and playing music. She says she needs to get the rest of her costume in order for Halloween, and she says she's not showing her face due to safety reasons. She talks about her high school days. She said in high school how on her diploma they misspelled her name and she lost her diploma in storage. She is mad that people are still re-uploading her lives. She gets mad at people in the comments that say that they have depression but they can still work, saying that people are smearing her name. People are force hating themselves to hate her, saying that she's not crashing out. She talks about the Reddit and how it did get taken down.
I only failed the class once or twice, and that was because they had me in the wrong class, so I didn't have bad grades in high school. No, I got my diploma. Everything's gonna be alright. I lost it in storage, but the funny thing was, all up until I graduated, they spelled my name wrong. They never spelled my name wrong, except in school when they would spell it Tophia because that's how they thought it was spelled, but then they spelled it correctly. So up until I graduated, when I received my diploma, it was spelled wrong, and I was like, what the heck? Like, you spelled my name right all the way up until I graduated. So I called them and I was like, yeah, my name's spelled wrong on my diploma. They never got back to me to give me another diploma. Bringing up Chris Chan, that's weird. Well, I am depressed because I was diagnosed with major depression, and not from ChatGPT, from a professional. So I think I would know a little bit more than you do. And having things constantly happen to you while you're having depression, it doesn't go away, okay? Just because you see these happy videos does not mean that I miraculously somehow I don't have depression and it just went away. That's not how it works. You could get up and go shop, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm okay. I'm unmedicated. I was the only depressed person in the world. But one thing I don't like is when someone's like, well, I'm depressed and I can do it. Yeah, because you have a therapist and you're medicated. I'm unmedicated with no therapist. I have not talked to someone about my recent traumas and about recent things that happened to me that I do need to talk to someone about who would understand. Because if I tell the internet, it just becomes a whole mess, and then someone's mad at me because I said something, and then no one's going to understand what I'm telling them because no one understands how I feel. No one's going to understand if I tell them my situation because they're not going to understand how I feel. Someone out there might be struggling or going through that, but it's things personally that I can't explain with people because I don't want a big argument to ensue, so I just keep it to myself. Sections years ago, before all of this stuff that people try to smear my name for, they were literally sitting in the comment sections talking about, oh, you're so pretty, this and that, and then the next minute they just turn into forced hatred because you want to be liked by people. Like, you're so ugly. So you're going to bully someone because you want to be loved by people. Let's not lie, because people wasn't saying that years ago before someone slandered my name. Let's be for real. You just look for any and every opportunity to be a big bully because you do not, like, you're trying to excuse yourself as being a big bully. Let's really talk about it. Like, people think that I don't remember usernames or remember people, because I do remember people. I'm not dumb. You may have not never defended me, but someone has that has literally said something nasty. Bait in the comment section. You don't make videos. You just say things because you think I'm crashing out when I'm literally not crashing out. This is just how I talk, right? I could get way angrier than this, and you haven't seen how angry I have gotten angry on this app. You know dang well I didn't vote for Trump, but you rage bait in the comment sections to stir up drama, and it makes no sense why you want to rage bait every day instead of actually fighting this. There's running rampant in that Reddit, and you want to sit here and try to like, oh, well, the Reddit got taken down, like now she's going to celebrate us getting taken down. There are people calling out people in my comment sections in the Reddit for being predators, and you're still in there defending a predator? Since when have you ever cared about child safety? When you're defending an ex of my brother who literally got fired from APS because you refused to do research and look up her police record saying I'm obsessed with her. She's obsessed with me. You never, like, it is just so crazy to me. Like, y'all sit here and will defend the word girl said. You guys literally support horrible celebrities. You make daily videos every day saying, haha, she's still stuck at her goal, she hasn't hit her GoFundMe goal. Like, if I give a fuck, I haven't even checked the goal in a long time since I started that GoFundMe. I don't check it often. you're the ones who are obsessed with me, and you want to talk about how I'm obsessed with people. You have a Reddit page full of people that sits there 24 hours and has no job whatsoever but to sit in a Reddit for 24 hours and talk about someone. That's crazy.
She talks about her plans to wear a Halloween costume despite having nowhere to go. A significant portion of this live stream is defending her friend against online speculation, asserting that her friend is real, but wants privacy and dislikes being photographed by fans/stalkers. She becomes emotional and distressed when discussing her friend's current anger with her, believes that it stems from her recent suicide attempt. She denies the attempt was a manipulation act. She said that she felt alone and was dealing with her own issues, including the death of her brother and the constant online harassment. She insults multiple commenters and other social media people like Papa Mike and Daisy. And she does have an argument with these creators, saying she defends herself against the accusations of lying and homelessness, argues about the nature of her PTSD and depression, denies accusations of being a predator, and threatens to sue people over misinformation.
It's funny, and what was really cool is there was like a three-piece like to the costume, which I wasn't going, like, I didn't even realize that the character had one of the pieces, right, that I forgot to include. I bought a belt, but anyways, there's another part coming, and so I was like, oh, it includes all three of these items that I need, because some of the other stuff wasn't coming until after Halloween, so I had to order. So I did like the free Prime, and everything's coming Saturday, so I'm really excited. I don't got anywhere to go, guys. I need some. I was like trying to find somewhere that has like costume contests or something that is not too late that I could go to, because that costume, that fire costume, and I don't got nowhere to. No, I need somewhere to go. I'm not gonna like say, oh, we're not friends, because like I don't give up on people. Like if she's mad at me, you know, like I know it's difficult because I attempted to harm myself. I'm a depressed friend. Like, you got a lot going on. You can't be worried about someone. And plus, like, I feel like the internet does play a part in it. Like, saying like, oh, you did that to manipulate them. Like, I was not under the impression. I was going through a lot, and it was just weighing down on me. My issue, like, I wasn't doing that thinking like, oh, someone's gonna show up. I had nobody. That's why I did what I did. Like, yeah, of course you can say, well, you had your mom. That was, I felt alone. I felt hurt. Like, it was stuff people were saying online, and it was also partially because of that message, yes, of course. But like for myself, I was like, here I am alone in this hospital. Like, I have nobody there for me. I didn't. Like, I wasn't expecting anyone to show up. I on the streets, you would know. Like, stop assuming stuff. Like, why are you trying to figure out where I'm at? It's weird. Like, don't be concerned with me. Worry about you. If I was sleeping in the streets, obviously I wouldn't be buying stuff. I would have paid for a room. I literally got money from Facebook, and I got money from TikTok. People like to lie and spread misinformation. Like, I wouldn't get stuff. I needed another hoodie, so I got another hoodie. I needed lotion because I lost my lotion, so I had to get another lotion. And then there was some stuff I had to get, and I got my Halloween stuff. Why would I get a Halloween costume if I was sleeping in the street? Because I got paid from Facebook. That's why I have a costume. I'm tired of always having to miss out on Halloween because something's always going on. I'm not gonna let things affect me. Make these your friend jokes, but you're the reason why things are the way that they are, because you don't learn how to leave people alone and stop putting people in danger. And then you literally threaten me daily, but I'm not supposed to say anything about it, and you don't know how to stop. You push somebody, you're negative, because you literally tell someone to harm themselves, and then when they do it, you tell them it was for certain reasons, when I literally explained the reason. I had a lot going on that day. Yeah, people may laugh and be like, haha, it was only 7. I should have just took the 10. Having PTSD and major depression does not mean that you run around screaming like a maniac and getting triggered every 5 fucking seconds, because PTSD is if someone does something that, like loud noises, trigger me. That is the thing. And loud noises, typically, not a lot of loud noises trigger me every fucking damn day. You do not know what PTSD is, and I would suggest you shut the fuck. Like, I'm so sick and tired of people saying that I'm supposed to lay in bed and be depressed all the time. I cannot do that. Okay, that is not like depression. Is not like, oh, you know, I'm gonna lay and be miserable. I'm unmedicated and I'm still depressed. I'm still sad. People love to make jokes and say, haha, you got no friends. I'm very much affected. You don't even know the whole situation. I can't even explain it to your stupid ass. You dumb redneck punk hoe bitch who loves to keep coming on my page. You look and smell like a fucking wet dog. Your ancestors slept together. Your mom and dad are probably literally related. Incest is a thing, and it runs in your family. And I would suggest that you worry about why your mom slept with your uncle instead of worrying about me, okay? Because I'm so sick and tired of you saying, well, you don't act and look like it. When some guy was working on a tire and I walked by because I thought I knocked the tires over, I freaked out because of the loud noise. Of course, PTSD, whenever I hear loud noises, I'm not going to start freaking out every single time. You don't know when you're going to get triggered. I'm not supposed to act triggered all the time, because that's not how PTSD works. People could tell when you're faking certain disabilities. like to say I have PTSD, and then I do have PTSD, and some loud noises do trigger me. Like when this lady didn't properly use her oxygen correctly, and it made a loud popping noise, and I literally went running to the back crying, and I felt like I was in the situation, like I was running away from the guy that was jacking the car. Like, you don't know what my situation is. You don't even know what it's like. I have to sit here and tell people I'm okay, and then I'm not going to attempt again because I can't even do that. What proof do you have I'm a pedophile other than a fake photo that people made? You said if you defend and stand for me, then I'm a pedophile. Do you know that spreading misinformation and lying on someone could get you sued? Because I have the screen recording of my search history for when people try to say that I had corn in my search history, which was not there. You want to lie on someone and spread misinformation? Go ahead. I am not registered. I'm allowed to step foot near schools because I'm not creepy around children, unlike you. You want to throw that at me, but just because people want to go on the internet and make these fake photos and not admit to the shit, when literally people have circled and showed me where the stuff is fake. When you take a screenshot, there is no red line going through no freaking photo. People that literally have degrees in this shit is telling me that they can see where it's fake, all because you want to eat up the drama. You could keep lying, but that's only going to go so far until you lose money because you get sued. You want to get sued for lying on someone because you think I'm not going to do anything? This predator stuff has gone on for too long. When I do have a place to live and I am focusing on myself and I'm worried and I do what I have to do to get a place to live, I'm suing you, and I don't give a fuck because people think I'm not going to do anything. I will.
On October 24th, there were multiple live streams done. On this first one, there was mentions of receiving partial payment from Temu, and she needs to save money. She is also talking about needing to film an outdoor video for Temu, but needs to delete some files to make space on her device. She's angry at people for making the GoFundMe fail and being cruel to her, calling them assholes and nasty human beings for saying that her brother deserved to die. Now, a significant portion of the stream is spent aggressively defending her brother and herself against accusations made by Angie. To discredit Angie, she gives these bullet points, giving Angie's police records and multiple mugshots, her getting fired from the Albuquerque public schools for allegedly touching kids and giving them weed, saying that Angie was lying about multiple pregnancies and miscarriages, which caused emotional distress for her brother. She explains that her brother's remains are in safekeeping because she does not have the $4,120 needed to bury her brother or have stable housing to carry them around because she fears that someone is going to try to steal them or damage them. She crashes out on some commenters that call her rude. She aggressively attacks a commenter saying that, quote unquote, I'm going to remember the next time I think of your family and say that your mom should be thrown in a box in a dumpster. She uses strong language when talking about her brother's remains and Angie's attempts to interfere.
Once I finish the rest of this, it'll be like 2K, so I got paid 800 partial. I'm supposed to get paid like 2.5 or 3.5. No, I think it's 2.524 or something like that. But yeah, I still got like thousands more to get. So what are you doing today? Well, I went to film this video for Temu. I don't have no space whatsoever, and I have like terabytes. Yeah, I have so much photos in my thing. It's so crazy. Thank you for the gifts. No, but first of all, they gave everyone the GoFundMe money back because they couldn't get a hold of the person who started the GoFundMe. That's wonderful. So then I made a GoFundMe, but it's not going anywhere. So I guess I'm just gonna have to add that with whatever I get from Temu and at least try to bury him because, people are assholes. They really don't care. They say, oh, you're so rude to people who are donating, but they literally are saying my brother deserved to die. What people is going to donate to someone that says somebody deserves to die? And then for you to be like, well, you are being rude. You know what? You want new people to come in here and think that I'm being rude to people when you guys literally are nasty human beings that say disgusting things to people and you don't tell the truth. Because if I was to literally show people what people say on my live and things like that, because it's been recorded, it wouldn't make you look so good. I mean, you could try to portray who you are, but that's fake. Like, when he was cooked, she has access to him because if he was sitting where he was cooked, they would have dumped him with other people because it's unclaimed. She is hanging on to him until we can bury him because I told her my situation. I'm trying to get housing. I don't have $4,120 to bury him, nor do I have the means to be carrying him around everywhere when we get put from one program to another. And I cannot be worrying about whether or not, something's going to happen to him in the process of having to move from one place to another. So until I get stable housing or until I can get the money to bury him, then I will bury him. But right now I can't be taking him around everywhere, especially if someone makes an accusation. They're going to say, oh, well, she hid drugs in his, and then it's a whole thing. And then, I don't know, people steal stuff all the time. I don't want him to be stolen. That would be devastating to my mom. My mom would probably pass away at that point if her son ever went missing. So it's better just to have him at safekeeping where I know he's not going to be stolen. He's going to be safe. And he's okay because the bitch, excuse my language, tried to pick him up and she was denied. Okay, say, oh, I want to help. If you want to help, then donate money and shut the fuck up. You literally sit here and let people call him a predator, and then you want to go pick him up like you fucking care. You never cared once. You never even cared about my brother, right? It's so crazy you defend this stupid chick that sat here and lied about having a fucking baby. That pisses me off. My brother called being so happy that he was about to be a father, and I knew it was a lie from the start. Like, literally, even my father, my mom, we all knew that she was lying. Like, to sit here and to have my brother call, right, and be like so excited that he was going to be a father, and then after she's like, oh, I have a miscarriage. Well, did you tell my brother that when he was alive? No, you threatened to drink. Why don't you tell him that? Why don't you tell people that? She kept threatening to drink while she was pregnant, and my brother said, well, you need to take a pregnancy test. Why are you threatening to harm someone's baby? Because you're mad at them. Don't you find that ever weird? Don't you ever find that weird? Like, it's so crazy.
Now, in the second part, on October 24th, she recounts a uncomfortable and creepy interaction with a guy. This story includes this guy telling her she looks like a girl he used to quote-unquote fuck. Then she talks about another story where somebody aggressively tried to ask her out. She mentions how women are obsessed with her and discusses the attention she's getting with her dyed hair. She denies accusations of inappropriate behavior with children, calls these allegations creepy. She says her dating preference are for people that are closer to her age. She becomes very emotional when discussing online bullying related to her appearance. She calls out people for leaving apes and gorilla emojis in her comment sections, saying it's very hurtful. And she defends her reaction to the girl who confronted her in the thrift store talking about her dead relatives, explaining that she was just retaliating against people who were threatened her first. She then talks about the Discord again, saying that they're all hypocrites, that they had minors in there, letting underage children be unattended in voice chat, and doxing a minor. She has some hatred towards her former friends group, Bunny and Kay, who she accuses them of turning on her because of Cash App money. She calls Angie a master manipulator and a racist, and claims that Angie called black people the N-word.
I like the big girls. I was like, okay. He did. He came to talk to me while I was live. Hello. That's why I muted it, because you never know what someone's gonna say, and it might be something that could get me taken down. That's why I muted it. And then he did. He said, "You look like a girl that I used to fuck." That's like you look like that's what this chick. I don't know what it is about chicks. Okay, they want to date me for some reason. Like, there's this one person, that is like there's nothing wrong with trans women. Okay, because I don't want people to say, "Oh, you're being no," but she literally looked at me. I'm my other friend. She just I can't remember which friend it was, but anyways, she just walked up to me. She looked at me and she's like, "I'm obsessed." That's what she told me to my face, and I'm like, what does that mean? And she, like, I dyed my hair, right? When I dyed my hair, because I had to go somewhere to dye my hair because I couldn't do it there. It was just the look that she was giving me, like, I see you. Like, I was like, okay. There was this other girl that was there. Oh my gosh. She said, you look like my ex. That's why I like you. She's like, you're kind of quiet, but I like you. I'm like, that is an odd thing to say about children, considering the fact that I literally don't go after children. And most of the people I've liked have been closer to my age. So that's a weird thing to say. And people want to be so mad about that. Like, they've either been 2 years older or a year younger. They have never been that young. And that's an odd or weird thing to say. Like, I don't look at children like that. That's creepy. That's weird. The fact that people are literally putting apes and gorillas, literal ape pictures in my post, saying like, why are you making thirst traps? Who are you making that for? Those are not thirst traps. Those are literal lip syncs. Someone talks about somebody's dead relatives. You didn't care when they said they were going to dig up my baby sister and feed her to a dog, did you? And that's what led me to react to talking about people's dead relatives, when they start with me first and then they say that's not the case. For every reaction, there is a reaction. For you to be coming up to some random stranger you don't know is very dangerous in of itself, because you confront the wrong person and something could happen to you right then and there, and it would be a sad tragedy. And if you didn't have life insurance, and I'm not saying I'm threatening people, I'm saying people snap, and I'm not one of those people that'll snap and harm someone, but someone could easily do that. What people portray someone on the internet is real life. If you meet someone in person, you better be very careful. That's why I'm not gonna go pull up to someone that I hate on social media and start confronting them, because I could end up 6 feet. It's gotta really protect their kids better, because something could have happened. It could have been someone else that could have really got angry and snapped, and this poor girl could have got hurt. Like, these parents need to raise their kids better, because the disrespect is crazy. You're confronting me about talking about someone's dead relatives that people in the real world don't care about. There were kids, there were minors that were groomed in the Discord, and no one cared about child safety, but you're in a Discord where 2 people got groomed, and you literally, why are you in there? Like, it makes no sense. These kids, these literal underage kids making dating profiles, lying, pretending to be me, sending dangerous men to my door thinking that's funny, and then when they got caught, the moderator got chewed up for letting these underage, a bunch of unattended, in a voice chat. Not once, but twice. They were using my dad's whacker picture, you know, the one that he posted of his wiener, his hot dog, on Twitter, and using it as a GIF in the Discord, someone admitted that on Roach Chula's page. I literally have the screenshot where they said they were using his junk. Bunny wants to, like, Bunny came back to the internet. You know, you listen to these people, but they be talking shit about you and your friends in the background. Considering that your friend, which, you know, Kay, right, literally threw me under the bus to try to get some money for a car because her car got damaged, right? And they wanted to sit here and throw me under the bus just to get some cash apps. And then because you didn't do what they wanted, they were going to get a refund from you. I hope you know that. These people was just using your platform. They did not care that you needed a car. Why would I hate Hispanics when I'm Hispanic, you dumb bitch? Like, it makes no fucking sense to be sitting here talking about she hates Hispanics. Like, you are a stupid fucker considering the fact that you literally...
Now, the rest of these lives are going to have a part 1 and part 2 attached to them because she will constantly just go live and then say, well, I have to go. So there's multiple parts to these. So in this live, she was kind of mad because the automatic payment system took over $400 out of her account, which she was trying to get a refund to have her phone plan restored. She shows off her hair products that she used to dye her hair, and she shows off some Hello Kitty shorts that she got from Temu that doesn't fit. A large portion of this stream is dedicated to her talking about things that don't really matter, like the TV show Degrassi and other things like that. She also wants to get a Hello Kitty Fender guitar, but she hates buying stuff from resellers. She ends the stream after she has the urge to check how much she got from this stream, and she sounds disappointed. She says, quote unquote, we've only made 50 cents and we've been on here for an hour. Oh no, and ends the live.
I still haven't gotten it back. I need that money back so I can pay the difference so I can get my phone service back. That's crazy. Well, I paid for a service, and then if I pay the remaining, then I could get my regular service back. Oh, I was talking to myself the whole time. Anyways, what I was saying is they took a $400 plus payment, and I have to fix it. Hopefully they give me the refund because they're like, oh, it didn't process, it declined, it didn't go through. That's a lie. Because it says here, they're like, you sent a screenshot, so I sent them one. Well, inspired by nature is the colors that I used. This is the hair dye that I used because people asked me.
Source of $2 reactions.
These are the Hello Kitty shorts that I saw on Temu that I requested for a free sample. They don't fit.
You're allergic to solar.
So I was gonna be like, oh, well, I'll lose weight, and then they're cute. Look at that. It's a Hello Kitty electric guitar. It's a Fender Hello Kitty electric guitar. I need that in my life. I wanted to learn the electric guitar. We've only made 51 cents and we've been on here an hour? Oh no, I gotta have a good day wherever you guys are.
This is going to be part 2 of October 25th. She shows off her new glasses and mentions that her Halloween costume is Mrs. Puff. She's trying to find a good lasting perfume. The majority of the video is talking about Papa Chu and the difficulties growing up with him and his unmedicated bipolar and schizophrenia. She says that he yelled at her for not dressing up for a honor roll award because they couldn't afford nice clothes. She states that her brother, along with her, received monthly money from their father's disability check, but that money was taken to pay the family's expensive bills. She kind of starts talking about how her and Brother Chu's lives were different, noting that Brother Chu always got to go to movies with friends and always gets what he wants, and she was not allowed to go out. She also mentions that Brother Chu was allowed to play sports, where she was not. She expresses some anger. She was saying that Papa Chu forced her to act like an adult, and she would say that Papa Chu would take the money that they get for them disability to fund his cigarette addiction, sharing that Papa Chu called her a fat cow when she was 16.
Piercings, but not real ones. I am gonna be Mrs. Puff. I'll be like, ooh, SpongeBob, why? You know, like, perfume that I got, the Ariana Grande perfume. But the thing is like, I don't have, so I bought this vanilla scented perfume from Temu. Well, I didn't buy it. I mean, they gave it to me for free. And I do not like it at all. I thought it was gonna be like, because I looked up vanilla scent, right? I thought it was gonna be a good scent, but it's not. There was an incident that happened. My dad, you know, he wasn't on his medication, and at that time we were going through a lot. I got an award because I made honor roll. And so I go up to get my award. I'm wearing the hoodie. I'm wearing like this, I wore like, I think it was the Betty Boop, like graphic t-shirt. Everyone's dressed up. I'm not dressed up. Like, why are you mad at me that I didn't dress up? Because we don't have money. So how am I supposed to dress up for an award when I didn't have anything to dress up? That made no sense. But he got mad at me, my dad, and he told me, I'm going to throw that hoodie in the trash. Like, you went up there and you looked horrible. Like, he was like, you didn't even dress up to get your award. No, I need cigarettes, or, you know, the bills got to get paid. We got to eat. Why is it my responsibility to be feeding the family and paying the bills when you're the one that chose to have children, right? So you're the one that's supposed to be responsible of the bills. Why is it my responsibility? That's crazy. To ask teenagers for your parents to be like, if your parents take your money, which I didn't even know, that's literally a generational trauma. That is literally something that I could have passed down to my children, not knowing that it was wrong. To go ask the neighbor for money to borrow money for cigarettes. He was always borrowing from the neighbor. He would never go ask himself. If I refused, he would yell at me and I would have to go anyways. I didn't have a choice. And it's just like stuff like that sticks with you, because it's just like, I didn't get to spend my Christmas money. He took it. I already knew once I was going home, it was gone. Like, it either went for bills, it either went to put food on the table, or it went for his cigarette habit. On top of that, he wasn't taking his medication, and he was taking testosterone pills. And if you don't know anything about testosterone pills, it makes people very, very and he called me to his room and he's like, do you know you're a fat cow and you need to lose some weight? But at the time he had been planning to take all of us to the gym, because he's like, we should all go to the gym. I'll get a gym membership and we can all go. And my brother was at the age where he can go, because they don't allow underage, but he was at the age where he could go, and he wanted to go to the gym. And I'm like, cool, yeah, let's go to the gym. Like, so I was like, cool, yeah, let's go to the gym. Like, yeah, like, I was so excited, and then we never went. It was rough times, but yeah.
Now, in October 26th, the part 1 of it, she got mad because TikTok's system is not fair when it comes to banning. She was explaining that her other account got banned because she was playing Sims, and it was supposedly reported for AI child abuse, when she calls us stupid and it makes no sense. She says that the ban was unfair because there was other people playing Sims and they didn't get banned. Then she tells viewers that if they don't like her, they can just leave her live. Then she responds to somebody that said she fell off by stating that she had 1,000 viewers one time in her live streams.
This is my little page. Well, no, my other page got banned. Well, the live stream did. My main page, I was playing Sims and I got banned. This is my backup. Why? Because I was playing Sims and it said AI generated child abuse, which that didn't make sense, because I was playing with my kid on Sims. And then people said like, oh, you was doing woohoo next to your kid on Sims. I'm like, that makes no sense. Like, if that's the case, then other people should be banned for playing Sims. That made no sense. So it says you'll never be able to go live again. If I should get banned for playing Sims, then other people should be banned for playing Sims. Right? That should only make sense. Well, I don't care if you don't like me. You can leave. I fell off. How did I fall off? I got 1,000 viewers in my life. Well, not now, but I do. That's not falling off. Should've let you.
Now we're going to cover the second live that happened on October 26th. The large portion of this stream is addressing the long-term trolls who she claims have created over 100 fake accounts to harass her, calling her behavior weird and shitty. She emphasizes that she has refrained from discussing a past situation for safety reasons, but the trolls keep bringing it up. She corrects rumors that she spent $400 on a Halloween costume, saying that that $400 was an unauthorized payment from a website she forgot to cancel, and that PayPal is disputing the charge. She's angry because the constant doxing and harassment of family members have led to her being denied rent and has caused several housing issues and safety concerns. She states that she is securing legal help and plans to file multiple quote-unquote gigantic lawsuits for discrimination against the shelter, defamation, libel, and slander. She said that the trolls have created multiple accounts to stalk her.
I don't play around. I don't stalk people. You may be stalking people because you keep making accounts talking about how I'm stalking someone, but every time you get blocked, you come back with a new account saying that I'm stalking somebody the whole life. You already have 100 plus accounts talking about I'm stalking someone. Is that not stalking? And to literally say don't play weird, what do you mean don't play weird? I'm not doing anything to anybody. People love to purposely take things out of context too. Where in my life did I say I bought a $400 costume? That sounds very not logical. There is no way in heck I would spend $400 on a Halloween costume. That sounds mentally unstable. Well, I said someone took money out of my account that was an automatic payment. It had nothing to do with a costume. Projecting. I'm not the one that sat in a car with makeup on my face telling somebody that literally they're lying while being homeless. And I literally said it's people's fault that I'm homeless, but I never said that girl is weird. People love to sit here. They don't shut the fuck up. They run their mouth too damn much. And then they literally leave false reviews everywhere I've lived. I didn't have an issue with paying the rent until people started causing me to go to places where the rent kept going up and up and up. Let's talk about it. You said if you had a fucking place to live, well, that's not how you said it. You didn't say fucking, but you said if you had a place to live, then maybe this shit wouldn't happen to you. But I fucking had a place to live, and I had to go to the office, and the office is telling me, well, people are saying that you're selling furniture out of your room. Oh, great, because my bastard ass brother's ex, who is a fucking bitch, mind you, doxed us by telling people that what my brother's car was, which is why he got doxed, because that dumb bitch doesn't know how to leave people the fuck alone. She doxed me not once but 3 motherfucking times, and then wants to sit here and play in the judge face it and lie and say that she did not dox me. I'm not gonna see it because you can say whatever you want, but I don't have to see it. I could turn the comments off. I don't know where to look for a lawyer. I don't have to look for a lawyer. The lady already told me I have several lawsuits, including a gigantic lawsuit against the shelter for discrimination. You cannot deny someone help off the basis of social media. I've been through a lot of shit. You think that these are just fucking games. They're not. She literally told me the lawsuits that I have. I literally could sue for uninsured driver, even though I was like, well, the guy's Because if your brother's car insurance had uninsured driver and the guy got behind the wheel, he's an uninsured driver. I was like, okay, I still need to figure out if my brother had uninsured driver on his thing. I can sue for that. I'm going to sue for the defamation, libel, slander, the social media stuff. She told me I have a gigantic lawsuit. So I am going to sue. 100+ accounts, and then they come back and they keep saying I'm stalking someone I'm not. Like, I'm not even doing anything just because of a situation that happened that was dropped a long time ago. I'm not talking about it because I was asked not to talk about it for other reasons, not for you. Because I could give a fuck about you. But when I'm asked to stop something because it's becoming dangerous, I will, because I'm not going to put anyone in danger for your dumb ass. But yet you make all of these accounts, and then you keep making all these accounts and these accounts. And you're a shitty human being for doing that to someone, because whoever you are behind that account, which I know who you are, that's shitty, because someone would have never done that to you. But you want to do that to other people, then you're a shitty human being for that. You take your problems out on other people because you don't know how to handle your problems, and you really need to get help. And you don't like being told that. Like, anyone who does something like that, literally putting their problems on you is shitty. And then you really need help. No way would I do that to anyone. Connections, that's like the great Landini connections, because you keep sitting here acting like you don't do stuff that you actually do, and you cause problems, and then you say, oh, it's your fault you have no friends. No, it's your fault I have no friends, because you put people in danger. You don't know how to keep your mouth closed. You run all over the internet. You run amok in real life. You literally send men from dating apps to my door. You swatted me like how many times? You wasted a lot of resources and time that could have been spent being used on someone else who could really use these resources, and you say nothing. When my brother had a job, someone secretly took a photo of him, started calling his job and saying he was a health hazard, but yet saying we applaud Donald for being the only one that was working. But then you prove why people don't get a job, and people in the comment section telling you, oh, if she got a job, you would call her job and get her fired. And people are telling you exactly what you would do, but you don't want to admit to any of that accountability. Someone needs to hold you accountable by taking your paycheck, garnishing it, and literally making you pay for the rest of your life for you to understand to leave people alone, because someone needs to really take your money and sue you for everything that you cause: emotional stress, damages, literally harassment, and you think it's okay because nothing is being done. That is a law. That is against the law. You have been breaking the law. Because if I ever did that to someone, I would literally be sitting in jail. You guys are psycho. You guys are mentally ill, and you need help.
Well, that is all I have on Tophia Chu for this week. She's been really only talking about herself. She's only brought up Mama Chu maybe once. And in a lot of these clips, Tophia Chu is saying that people need to take accountability for their actions, but Tophia's not taking accountability for her own actions and words. When her brother got shot, she had so many people supporting her and wanting to help her, but because of her actions and words, she lost support, and a lot of people saw who she really is a girl that wants to be an influencer but can't afford to be one. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.